reporter Emily Middleton. That is the Rural Report for this Monday, the 16th of February. More details to come in the news, your breakfast programs and the Country Hour on that drought support announced this morning. Have a great day. It is news time at 6:30.
A cloudy day today with a high chance of showers. Hello, Claire Simmonds with ABC Mid-North and Coffs Coast News. Mid-North Coast health officials are advising residents in the region to be alert for signs and symptoms of measles. New South Wales Health was notified on Friday about 4 new measles cases across the state, including one at Coffs Harbour. Mid-North Coast Public Health Director Valerie Delpech says there were exposure sites at Coffs Harbour, Bellingen and Tormina, with specific locations listed on the New South Wales Health website. Dr Delpech says there's been an overall increase in the risk of measles across the state, with 14 cases confirmed since January.
We know we now are seeing some transmission within New South Wales, so that's a real worry. And we've had a recent case in the Coffs Harbour area. Measles is highly infectious, probably 10 times more than COVID, just to give you a perspective.
The driver of a car which crashed near South Grafton last year is now facing charges. As Eloise Farrow-Smith reports, a 19-year-old passenger was killed in the crash.
The teenager died when the car crashed into a tree on Bent Street in August last year. The driver, a 39-year-old man, was flown to Gold Coast Hospital in a critical condition. After an extensive investigation, police have charged the driver with 3 offences: dangerous driving occasioning death, negligent driving occasioning death and driving whilst disqualified. The man is expected to appear at Grafton Local Court on the 20th of April.
Kempsey Shire Council says it's taking steps to address escalating antisocial behaviour in public places across the Shire. Emma Ossian reports.
The council is calling for stronger support from the state government to help address antisocial behaviour in public places, including the Clyde Street Mall precinct. The Mayor, Kinney Ring, and Chief Executive Officer Andrew Medal have met with the state member for Oxley and the Mid-North Coast Police Superintendent to discuss the issue. In the meantime, the council has directed staff to adopt a firmer, more proactive operational stance, including removing selected street furniture to prevent displacement of antisocial activity, increasing alcohol prohibition signage and reintroducing ambient music as a deterrent.
Bellingen Shire Council has received legal advice about its plan to provide subsidised home ownership for residents. Sophia McCaffin has more.
It's being led by the Housing Matters Action Group, who are negotiating with Bellingen Shire Council to obtain a parcel of unused land in Urunga for the project. Legal advice released by the council ahead of its general meeting this week indicates there are legal pathways allowing the council to sell the land for below market prices to develop affordable housing. Councillors will vote on Wednesday about whether to start community consultation for the project.
Mid-North Coast Local Health District's new Women's and Maternity Co-Lead says restoring Kempsey Hospital's maternity unit to permanent Level 3 services is her biggest priority. Obstetrician and gynaecologist Dr Marilyn Clark began her new role, created to address staffing concerns and improve local maternity services, in January. Women deemed high risk must still travel to Port Macquarie on weekends, but Dr Clark says Kempsey's maternity unit returning to Level 3 on weekdays is a good start.
My vision is to get back to the days where we had several GP obstetricians, part of the Kempsey community, living in town or close by and enjoying a 7-day-a-week Level 3 service. That would be my ultimate goal, but it will take a little bit of time to get there.
The Australian Retail Council says a new public holiday on the Monday after Anzac Day will hurt small business. New South Wales is trialling an extra day off, not normally declared, if the 25th of April falls on a weekend. The retail sector's representative body says it will place more wage and operating cost pressures on businesses. In other news today, a 73-year-old man will appear in Gosford Court later this week for multiple alleged Central Coast historical sexual assaults. Police charged Rodney Faithful at Murwillumbah last week for alleged assaults occurring between 1997 and 2000. Forensic investigative genetic genealogy was used as part of the investigation. And farmers across New South Wales areas experiencing drought are being offered extra help with increased loans and other support to cope with the impact of continuing dry conditions. To our weather, a cloudy day today with a high chance of showers. Top temperatures in the region range from Grafton on 27 down to Dorrigo, heading for a top temperature of 19 degrees. And to hear today's local news, search online for ABC Local and look for your local station.